Mic check, here we go, boys. G'day and girls, Stu from UAV Futures here, and welcome back to the FPV mix, where we're going to go through, have some fun, talk all things FPV on this live stream. Throw your comments, questions down below, all that sort of stuff. But first things first, we need to go through and find out how the audio is going, how the stream is going, and let me get some windows up and all this sort of stuff here, because sometimes when I click go on my what am I on? On my YouTube OBS streaming platform, it just seems like, oh, there's an error, and other times it just starts up automatically. So I need to find a window where I can find my comments. They seem to have like disappeared here, so bear with me. I know there's a link in my Discord, so I can go check that out. Here we go. This will probably jump up. And now I can see your comments coming through. So finally, you'd think I'd be ready. Here we go. So, how you going, everybody? You can see Iwa Gaming is in there. We got Joanne. He's watching from South Africa. Can you guys hear me? People saying sounds good. That's good. Coming in loud and clear. That's from Roscoe. And we got Russ Wolf 911. He's in there as well. So big shout out to all the people watching, all the people who help this stream as well. If you're new to the stream, what we're going to do, we're going to get together, we're going to watch some FPV videos, we're going to help some questions, maybe we're going to do some shopping, look at FPV products, and just generally talk about all things drone related. We don't really have an agenda on where this stream is going to end up today. It's all about having fun, and you kind of direct it based on the people here watching in the comments. You can see a few people tuning in, some of the regulars as well. It's the questions and answers that you guys want. So whatever you ask is kind of where the stream takes us, and yeah, let's all just have some fun, dive right in. I think all my windows are set up correctly. We do have Doggo Cam. I've been fixing some things up, so Charlie's having a bit of a snooze back here. So yeah, he's sitting behind me, and it is absolutely freezing right now. Now he's poking his head up. He's definitely just having a little bit of a little bit of a what's going on here. He wants some snacks as well. So anyway, let's jump in. And we've got one from Carlos D. He is saying hello from Puerto Rico. And we got Mad Welsh. He's from Wales in the UK. I'm an FPV newbie. Great channel. Thank you very much. And we got Silvertown Crew. He's asking how you doing. Younger Buckets. He's here. We're going to read his questions out and find out what we're going on as well. And there should be some website links, all that sort of stuff. We are going to have a giveaway. I'm not going to go into too many details because I'll just talk about it when it's there, but there is a form that you need to fill out if you want to be in the running for that. And there's also a Discord link as well, which should be posted here because I still haven't changed the Nightbot settings. So the Discord link will come up every now and again. And I'm sure some mods or someone can post it in this chat as well. So Younger Buckets is saying, at UAV Futures, you won't believe I got the Skyzone 030s on eBay for $225. So, but I hope it's not a scam. If not, that is a great deal. Absolutely. $225 on eBay is fantastic. Let's have a bit of a Google together and find out the cheapest price we can find them for. Skyzone 030s eBay. So, man, that is a crazy price because when we have a look at what we have, let me go to screen capture. I wonder if these buttons are going to work. Hopefully this doesn't end the stream. So what we're looking at here, you can see in Aussie dollars anyway, you know, we're up to $700 here. There to make sure, oh, that's the O2Xs? That's ridiculous in Australian dollars. The Australian dollar has absolutely tanked. We've got some O30Os for 644. So if you ended up getting those for 200 and something, hopefully you paid by PayPal, you should all be all good there. So congratulations on getting some cheap Skyzones there, Younger Buckets. People tuning in from California. And let's also from Canada. At the work for the moment for the next hour. That's from Nick. Well, don't worry, we're going to be streaming for 1.5 to 2 hours. We'll just find out what happens. And Roscoe Sticks. And thank you everybody too. When you tag me with at UAV Futures, when you put that in the chat, it really helps it. There's a lot of little, like a little orange highlight that comes up. So I can probably show this to you guys if I do this. So you can see here, here's the chat streaming in. And these little orange bits really help me notice who's having a chat and being able to read your comments out as well. So let me get back to this. Anyway, let's read out some more questions. Roscoe Sticks, hey Stu at UAV Futures, being more race orientated, what do you think about the new TBS Source 5? So, you know what, I don't actually know. Let's have a Google together. TBS Source 5. Is this like Source 5 V3? Source 1. Source 1 5-inch V3. Is this what you mean? Maybe I could have more details because I'm having a Google and I can't seem to. Here we go. Source 5 with a V. That's why it's not coming up. This is what it looks like. And this looks pretty cool. Definitely very, very cool here. Only 26 bucks as well. Let's have a look at some of these pictures. Okay, vertical arms, nice. I do like vertical arms, even though, oh, that's a good idea. Having the whole arm up here like this. I wonder how that's going to affect the structural integrity, but man, that's kind of pretty cool. I don't know if you got. Let me know if you guys want to build or review or something using one of these. So I think that looks pretty badass actually. All right, and for 26 bucks, you really can't complain as well. So no, I am a big fan of that one. Looks great. Let's go back here. I bought a Hubsan one. Hey, this one's from Mad Welsh. Can you put it to full acro? It has a USB connector. I don't know about the Hubsan one. This one's the Hubsan H122D. I think is a pretty bad drone in terms of FPV. Kind of what we look at. It's probably yeah. So we had one of these things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can do full acro mode. You'd have to have a look at the menu, the manual, but yeah, these little drones here, they don't last too too long. I think Trevor tried to fly one. I had one, but it was so bad we never even got it into review. So unfortunately, Mad Welsh, you can do it. You're just going to have to look at the menu. I'm pretty sure that you plug it in. I do think it runs Betaflight as well from memory. All right. And people are talking about the Source 2. Joseph uses the Source 1. Travis is tuning in from Bermuda. And Corey Hollowbay at UAV Futures. He's saying, you responded to my email. He doesn't have enough money for a quad, and I really appreciate it. I emailed you back, by the way. No worries, bro. So most of those people out there, if you send me an email, 99 times out of 100, I will write back. And Roscoe6 is talking about, he's been thinking about buying the Source 2 and building a racer. But yesterday I found out that TBS bought the new Source 5. Yeah, I didn't even know about that Source 5. So thank you so much for everybody's learning some stuff here. Iloa Holman, hey Stu, do you know if the DJI FPV camera air unit will work with anything besides the DJI FPV goggles? It will not. If you want to use some DJI HD digital and you want to use their camera, it is only going to transmit to something that can pick up that DJI signal. And at the moment, there is two options. I believe there is like a $10,000 ground station part with HD out and stuff like that, which is I have no idea. I can't afford to get one of those. Or the other option is the DJI goggles as well. So there is no in between. There's no third party option where you can get your DJI Air unit to work. Just go into your analog goggles or anything like that. And Happy Crush at UA Futures. I bought a big shipment from XTX Night. I've ordered or heard from them before. I did always money. I've never heard of those people before, so sorry, I can't tell you on those. Carlos D, what's your opinion on the stick-on ND filters for the GoPros? So this is where a lot of people, I'm sure we could find ND filter GoPro. I feel like I'm going to sneeze here too. Whew. All right, so these things, where are we? Screen capture. So these ND filters, I guess they're okay. I don't use them enough. And I think on the new GoPros, you can't even swap them out. So it's got to have to be on the older style GoPro. So I'm not 100% sure exactly how these go. I do feel like sometimes it can make your footage look smoother, but I don't want to give you the wrong information. I don't play around with ND filters. I don't really do any post-processing when it comes to my videos. I just film it, and then I like to show you the results of exactly what it was like. I don't like to adjust the speed or the smoothness, anything like that. Besides whatever the GoPro's doing, there's the footage. So that's kind of how I feel about it anyway. But I have heard people wouldn't use them if they didn't actually do something for the FPV flights. So I know there is a market for them. I want to give a shout out to you can see down here we have our live stream equipment donation goal thing, and I know you can't read it. I need to change it, but I think we're up to $94. So thank you very much to everybody who's chipped in there, helping to deck the studio out, make it a little bit better for the live stream. And I'll just scroll down to too many questions. Yes. Oh, we've got Chris. Yes, you need to fix the donation bar. Yeah. Okay. He's already mentioning that. So yes, we're on the same page. I do need to fix that. Um, Nick Sebring. I just asked Bardwell, but I'm too impatient to wait for a reply. Does ESC telemetry work on a quad with individual ESCs? Yep. You can set that up. Um, Any ideas on a freestyle 3-inch that could use an 850 milliamp 4S? So this one's from Richard Ricker, and 850 milliamps is getting pretty large when it comes to a freestyle little thing. So I would say, and XJB is probably even a little. Wow. Okay, here it is. The HGL. I think was it the Arrow, HGLRC Arrow 3. Have a look at this. This one right here has a really nice camera in it, and has plenty of pop as well. So it should. Let me get this in US dollars. Alright, so it's $200, which is it's not too badly priced. This thing right here. If I go to screen capture, so here you go. Here's your. This is what I would recommend. This is kind of a nice little fun drone that needs a little bit bigger battery anyway. So that's what I'd be checking out. And Christopher Robin FPV, I can't wait to buy. Should I get an X-Night or Baby Hawk 4-inch? Any thoughts? Let me know, Christopher. Why do you want to get those two? So both of those are kind of fairly obscure quads. Give me some more information so we can help better make your purchase. I'm Lazy FPV is saying morning. Good morning. I'm having my morning coffee as well. And get this back here. It is absolutely freezing outside, which is I have the heater cranked in here. I did have a blanket on and a jumper, but then I was getting too flustered, so that's all gone, sitting to the side. At Franz3 at your futures. Can you rewatch the stream after it ends? What do you think about the iFlight Nazgul 5? Yes, you should be able to watch the stream after it ends. If you're going for that giveaway, make sure you respond to me within 30 minutes of when we pull somebody's name out. But yeah, that should be in my videos. And if we go to this amazing website, uavfutures.com, you can see, if I go to screen cap, which is this button, we have an actual write-up. It might be on the page too. So I'll see if I can change this around because it seems to be a fairly common thing. That's what are you doing? Website? Do we click on here? Here we go. Nazgul. Here we go. So you can read all about the Nazgul. Click on this article, all that sort of stuff. Oh, we've got our first super chat of the day from Donnie. So thank you so much, Donnie. If you have any questions, fire away, brother. Thank you for tuning into the stream and just, I don't know, being an awesome individual. It really does make a difference on these days when not only can we not get outside for flying and because of the weather, but also because the government is forcing us in here in lockdown. So every little bit, especially in today's conditions, it really does make a difference. Let's back to face cam we go, or face cam and dog cam. And Donnie, I'll tell you what, because it's the first super chat of the day, and normally it's for the $5 mark over, but I'll give Charlie a little snack anyway. You can see his ears have pricked up. So this one's from Donnie. There you go, Pooch. Alrighty. And let's go. France 3, that's your Nazgul question. Duck FPV, oh my god, he's alive. I thought he's been missing for weeks. I'm not sure what Duck's talking about right there. Sky High UAV Futures is saying, g'day, Stu. So g'day to you. Chris is helping me out here with some good information. So when people were saying the V is for vertical, not a V for 5 with the source V. So Do we? Maybe it's like a double thing. They're like, oh, okay, we won't call it the Source 4, we'll call it the Source 5, but also which is the Source V. The V could be vertical there. So if we were just talking about this awesome looking craft, if I don't say so myself, um, right here. Do you reckon the V is for vertical or for the Source 5? We've had the Source 1, 2, but then they've missed 3 and 4, and we've gone to the Source. And regardless of what it is, I think it's a cool naming structure as well, and also a really cool looking drone or frame. Gunnar saying, don't forget to hit the like people button. Yeah, we've got 86 people watching and 38 people have hit that like button. So thanks for those individuals. Or hit the down like button if you think these streams are dumb and I definitely need a haircut. Those things, hopefully, though, are not mutually exclusive. You can feel however you like. But yeah, appreciate it to those people. Oh, which jumped up to 46. And 0 downvotes. What's going on, guys? Come on. The internet's usually not that kind. Illawa is saying, thanks for the info. And Roscoe wants to know who doesn't have a quad or what are people flying. Jake Massey is saying at UAV Futures, looking to get into long range FPV drones. Any idea how hard or expensive that sort of thing is to set up? Well, there's a few different things. So if it comes to setting up GPS, I don't really have the expertise in setting up a long range GPS drone. If you want to go really, really long range, I suggest going with something like a wing because I have when I was over in China. We had long range TBS UAV Futures. This is one of my favorite experiences. So you can see here, this is with Trappy and got some random ad playing. We'll just wait till this YouTube ad skips here. And how long are these ads nowadays? 10 seconds, but I want to watch it now. Oh, come on, go away, silly. Here we go. All right. So this one, so we're flying with, you can see the range we had here flying with Trappy was absolutely ridiculous. Was over with Cal in Hong Kong and we flew this thing out. It was over 10 kilometers. It went behind a mountain, but you can see here we have a really good, this is an example of a good long range setup. So he has his goggles, which have a ground station, which here we have the clear view, and look at the size of that antenna patch on there. So he's got some patches on here. They're directional. That's what you want to point to get long range because you're going to get the better your antenna, and I guess the larger and more focused that beam is, the further it's going to be able to go in terms of distance wise. But on a drone, you are going to be limited probably by the battery and the flight time. So here, I think this flight might have been around half an hour. But on a drone, if you're flying, you might only have 10 minutes to go out and get back. So you need to be careful. As far as expense, it usually is more expensive to build a long range rig. You're going to want to have a better receiver. So you're probably going to be wanting to run Crossfire or DJI. And the drones themselves generally have more expensive equipment inside. So I don't know. Hopefully that helps a little bit, Jake. Let me know what you want to do with it. How far do you want to film? All that sort of stuff. Okay. Crazy Russian pilot, are the hype train blaster motors worth it? Let's have a look. How much are those? Are they the bot grinder review ones? I feel like they're the what do we got here? So it is $26 and I don't know, what do you guys think about these motors? Would you get these, the blasters? What makes them so special? I don't have any experience with them. So I don't know. Let me know what do you think. Normally, I would say hype train. You're paying a lot of money for a lot of hype, but I don't know. I did like the bot grinder ones. Okay, let's have a look. Back to dog cam, and Joseph is responding to Layden saying it'll be pain to set up unless you're using a flight controller for planes that supports a 4-in-1 receiver. Most of the time, planes don't use flight controllers. So yeah, I know Wingman Jono, he sets most of his up when he's talking about wings, who was our special guest on the last show on Sunday. He sets up his wings all without flight controllers, but long range Tony, because he's doing long range, he does set them up with a flight controller. And Jake Massey is saying Hero 7 is the last GoPro you can use a filter on. And let me see. Thank you for everybody who's tagging me. Carlos D. Okay, would you be willing to criticize an FPV video? I've been flying for 3 or 4 months and still learning. Yeah, sure, absolutely, man. Throw it up. We have the Discord just here. if you want to have a look, how do I go? The Discord link, I will be able to send you I'll post an invite in here as well. But you can jump in. There's a section on the left called Share My Vids here. So you can post it in there. If you're not already a member, I'll post that and you should be able to sign up. Although I don't know if there's a time limit, but maybe of like 10 minutes or something to, here you go. Maybe 10 minutes upon joining, so it stops people spamming. So there's a link there. If you post that there, say, hey, it's me, tag yourself, hey, it's Carlos, we'll all watch your video and let you know how you're going. Echo B is saying most countries do not allow outside line of sight without regulations in place. All right. And LSA7. I'm getting into FPV and purchased myself an X9D Plus Special Edition. Is there any module receiver that you would recommend getting for my drone? So I'll show people what we're talking about right here. And let's Google. So it is Tyrannus X9D Plus Special Edition. That sounds expensive. And of course, we'll have a look at bangers. Here we go. Man, the Australian dollar is absolutely terrible. And let's have a look at US dollars. So here we go, is this one. So this is, I feel like, fairly expensive. However, it's still a good transmitter. When you say, is there any module plus receiver you would recommend getting? Well, you don't need any actual modules to use this. This thing you can just bind straight up to something like an XM Plus, which is a great, or an XSR, actually, I should say. So you can use a FreeSky XSR. However, if you want to get extreme long range, you can throw in, I don't even know if Crossfires work in these latest radios, or FreeSky has completely locked them out. So look, I'm going to say with that radio, all you need to do at the moment is just get some XSRs. You'll be ready to rock and roll, and you're off to the races to go and have some fun. I don't know, definitely a very nice radio. It's just you are paying a fair bit for it, especially considering some of today's options. Do you have a, let's have a look. We've just answered that one. And Richard Ricker donated so much. Thank you so much for that $1, brother. Very much appreciated. And especially when we can't get outside and get flying. If you got any questions, please throw them down and go below again. We'll answer some more. So, but yeah, it was my pleasure, man. Hopefully these videos help you as well. So if anyone else has some questions, whether it be a super chat or not, that's what we're here for. Here to get you flying, help share this amazing hobby of FPV. Let's have a look to see if we've got our video that we can critique in share my vids here. It's probably going to be a lot here, so I need to make sure that I have the correct one. Oh, okay. At Carlos D. Okay, so here we go. It's Carlos, just got a different account here. Let's have a look, everybody, at how long have you been flying for, Carlos? Again, did you say 3 or 4 months, or was it 3 or 4 weeks? Let me see if we can find that out. Carlos, where is Carlos in here? So maybe you can let us know in the chat anyway, Carlos. So 4 months, okay. He's been flying for 4 months, everybody. We're going to watch this together and find out. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to turn off that copyrighted music. I'll just make the motor noises for me. So, actually, Carlos, did I help you do some tuning before as well? So I feel like this location looks very, very familiar. So, were you in the stream about 2 weeks ago and we helped with some oscillations and a GoPro and turning off your stabilization? If that is you, let me know. All right, so flying around for 3 or 4 months, and I'm going to assume here we did the right thing and let our neighbors know that you were flying around, and we didn't fly over any parked cars or property. Don't mind flying around out here. Here looks pretty safe. You wouldn't be doing that in Australia though, because if you lost your drone over those reeds, it looks like Snakeville. You would probably die going in there. Something would kill you, bite you, poison you, set you on fire, and then zap you with lightning as well. So a lot of dangerous things. But let's critique Carlos's flying. I'm going to say it looks smooth. It does look stable. What I would recommend, here we go. Let's see if we're going to go around this tree to the left. and some throttle control. 4 months, not bad, my friend. What I would do out the back here, set up a few little gates so you can fly through it, and your brain is just going to fire off, and it's going to love it when you get through that gate, and it's going to encourage you to and hone your skills and keep flying. So you need to set up some small little gates, because when you're up here flying, flippy flopping around, there's no consequences, my friend, and I'm sure a lot of people can agree with this. Once you actually start trying to hit a gate, it's much less unforgiving, but it forces you to adapt and push your skill levels. So you've also got these little trees here too, these two little pine trees. Oh, it's getting close. So I would be trying to fly around through there as well. But not bad, not bad whatsoever. So hopefully, and you've got that nice big takeoff part here as well. So anyway, thank you very much, Carlos. I am going to jump here, and we have a question from Russell. So thank you very much, Russell, for your super chat. First things first, because that one was over the $5 limit. Here you go, Pooch. That's from Russell. So Charlie gets a little snack here. So little doggo snack. So thank you very much from me and from Charlie as well for that. All right, I'm on the fence about crossfiring an R9. Almost all the pods I fly with have crossfire and swear by it. Should I save and go with the R9? So I am going to say yes. Why? Because I feel like crossfire is a better ecosystem. The range you might get could be comparable. So I feel like what you can get on a R9 system can be very close to what you can get on a TBS. I do think that TBS might be able to go a little bit further, maybe with their software updates or something. But if you just look at the bare base on, I want to go out and get some range, yes. However, the thing that is amazing with TBS is just how feature friendly and user friendly they are, which is the exact opposite of my experience when it comes to FreeSky. We're going to go through some examples. So things I love about the TBS with the Tango 2, I plug it in. I turn on my receiver ready to bind. They're just going to bind up automatically. I don't need to do any magic hocus pocus. If it's the first time this receiver's ever turned on, it's just going to say binding. Oh, brilliant. There's no buttons, magic that you have to kind of get working. The second part, when it's binding, it's going to go, oh, this receiver is on a different version to what this radio version's on. Let me just either upgrade the receiver to match it or downgrade the receiver to match the radio. So it's always going to match the radio software. You can use the TBS software on your computer, which makes setting things up really easy with clicking, and it's like a big graphic interface that's made for people who don't like using the computer. So even like someone like Russ, one of my mates is like a 200-year-old caveman, even he would be able to use it. And when it comes to FreeSky, some of the things I don't like about the R9 is they lock people out of their old stuff. They stopped people using the QX7 with Crossfire, so they deliberately went in and sabotaged their new radios to make it so it wasn't compatible. That's not user-friendly at all. That's just trying to lock people into using them. They stopped people from using D8, so they made some new radios, but now I can't even buy a radio that's going to work with the Tiny Hawk because all that D8 stuff is you need to buy a special module adapter on top of buying already a Toretto's radio. There's just a lot of dumb things that I feel like FreeSky has really shot themselves in the foot. They've tried to be way too greedy, grab too much of the market, and they've just done a lot of things that are very, very anti-consumer. Where TBS, they've got a great product. It is very intuitive, and apparently there's also more stuff to come as well. When you talk about Trappy, he's always thinking about future-proofing and making, I guess, strides to what FPV pilots want. And I'm a big fan of what the Crossfire. I was off Crossfire for a long time, and I really feel like now, especially with the Tango 2 radio, which is what I love, I think a lot of people are going to be out there enjoying it. So I'm going to say maybe just hold on a little bit and get the Crossfire. I do think it's going to be worth it. So hopefully, Russell, that answered your question. Thank you very much for the super chat donation. Myself and Charlie are very much appreciated. But let me know, what do you guys think as well when it comes to Crossfire? Man, I can't believe we've got 120 people watching me ramble. Sometimes I forget that. Like, I feel like I could be on the phone right now to Russell. He's just ringing me up. Yeah, brother, what's going on? No, I'm just making myself some lunch here, making a sandwich. Yeah, talk to me about Crossfire. And then you forget that you've got another 100 people here listening. And really, I'm just rambling to myself because we've got Russell's text there on the screen. It's really just me answering some. Maybe I'm just losing it, going crazy. All right. Epilogue is saying treat for the doggo. Yes, we just did. So thank you very much here. Donnie is saying crossfire. And yeah, like everybody is mentioning, Russell, all your friends swear by it. And there's a reason for it. It's for all those things. And I don't know. The R9 just doesn't fill me with confidence if I have the option to, especially if you go on long range, you don't want to risk something. I'd be choosing Crossfire. Nathan is saying thanks. I'm getting the Emacs. Donnie's saying Crossfire. Maple FPV. Hey Stu, what's going on, brother? Why does Maple FPV sound so familiar in my mind? I'm gonna have a Google of that right now. Maple FPV. It's funny, you see all these names popping up all the time, and I wonder if I've watched some of them before. All right, so we're gonna just do something different here. I am gonna watch Maple FPV. I would probably turn your location services off, Maple, so I can see in your video here it says you've been tagged in Canada. So maybe turn that part off because we want to follow all rules and regulations at all times. And doing a little bit of FPV. I'm sure Maple didn't expect us to be checking out his video here just by saying, "Hey Stu." However, he is absolutely ripping it, and it looks nice and sunny there. So look how lovely that nice. What do you got? The grass there is a little bit white for some reason. So anyway, but very some quick freestyle. Your angle must be pretty high flying around. So thank you very much for Maple FPV for stopping into the stream. That's what it's all about. If you are new to the stream or you just want to throw your questions down, make sure you tag me with @UAV Futures. And also there is a giveaway form up the top. It's just a Google form. Go put your details in there because we are going to have some cool stuff to give away. Rhoda Man is saying, "God bless you, Stu." Well, thank you. That's kind. Um, and let's answer some more of these questions. So if I scroll down here, I really wish I could make this window a bit bigger, this silly chat window, because it doesn't, it's like a tiny little bar that I'm reading on my screen. Epilogi is liking the vid, and, well, it just jumped all over the place. All right. Jake, what do you think about the impact of our hobby on the environment, the materials used to make quads, etc.? So I am going to say it's probably like most stuff. It's not. It could be like any consumer thing. So if we talk about the impact we have on the planet in as regards to making frames and carbon and plastic, that's probably not very good. But I'm sure one trip to the supermarket makes more waste than what my entire quad collection does. In terms of when you go somewhere, it might actually help because people like to get out and explore their environments and travel to cool places and go into the woods and fly around. And I'm going to hope, because it's how I feel when you go in there. I know a lot of times I brought some rubbish back out with me, so I found some rubbish in there. Could be some plastic bottles or a chip wrap, a chip packet or something like that. And you're just like, okay, I'll pick that up and take it out. So I do feel like most pilots would probably help preserve their environment. But of course, there's going to be some tossers who just leave some rubbish and toss their rubbish to the side and all that sort of stuff, unfortunately. But I feel like generally it's probably better for the hobby, and because it's getting us to go outside and explore those places, we are probably going to care more about it. So let's say if someone said, we're going to cut down these woods that are just behind, I don't know, somewhere where everybody goes flying. The one group that would actually care, but hey, wait, no, I like flying those woods. Maybe someone will do something. Please don't go cut those down, or they'd protest, or whatever the action is. If you're just staying inside, though, we never went out flying and we didn't have FPV, and that wood meant nothing to you, we're probably not going to get out there and do anything. So I do feel like it's going to have a positive impact for the environment. There's probably a few props out there, though, that have got lost in some trees and that sort of thing. All right, so Happy Crush is saying @UAV Futures TX16S, your thoughts? And I can actually maybe tell you some little extra bits of information right here because I did get an email, and it's going to have whole versions now include a touch panel as standard. It's going to be released with the OpenTX firmware 2.4. Our USB charging has integrated battery management system that balances 2S lipos, and there's a few things in here, and it's going to be $99. That's what it looks like in the email. I do have one shipped. It's coming, but who knows when that's going to actually get here. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. What do I think it's going to actually be like? I think it's going to be pretty cool, but it's going to definitely be a run for the money for the jumper. It's kind of crazy what sort of radio you can get for $100 anyway. All right. Mark Emerson, tell us about the fire snakes. So you don't you know, you don't really want to mess with. There's no fire snakes. There's a red belly black snake. I don't know if you have those overseas as well as in Australia, which look like this. I can remember finding one of these as a kid, and it's was not nice. However, we did have a lot of brown snakes and stuff. So these snakes here, when we went flying around, you can't. I thought we're on. I thought I was sharing my screen. Then we're going to jump back in and answer some questions. For some reason, we're looking at Australian snakes. So right here, let's go to screen capture. I can even put the sound on for this one because it's my own video. That's a big snake right there.
I hope you guys are excited.
Where
g'day.
is
You can tell how excited
Calvin? I was telling him don't get that close, don't get that close. But and this is what Trevor's saying in the. You get effing bitten. I'm not sucking the blood out of you. Something. I don't know what he's gonna say there. Yeah. You're something. I don't understand. What's that letter? I'm not sure. Oh, Trevor, what are you doing, brother?
Strike position at the moment.
All right, so that yeah. Anyways, but snakes in Australia are no joke. So the scary thing is, you know, you crash your drone up here, you got to go walking, and then you're like, man, every single step you take, you are worried about standing on one of them. Okay, how this one is from Pitch and Roll. Hello, Tango 2 is good controller. I think you're asking about how good is the Tango. Yeah, the Tango 2 is amazing. However, there is not a single retailer that has one on the planet in stock. So unfortunately, that radio, if you want it, you're just going to have to wait because of COVID-19 has definitely shut some things down. Tommy Gunn, FPV, saying, hey Stu, what's going on there, brother? Thank you for tuning into the stream. And I'm going to answer Russell's question. As long as I didn't scroll down too far or up. I might have lost it, Russell. Sorry, brother. I really tried. Here we go. So, if I do get Crossfire, what module do you recommend to get? So you mean the Crossfire module in the back? I would probably go, it depends how much is the Crossfire Micro. Let's have a look at the TBS store. Let's have a look. Crossfire. Bear with me. TBS Crossfire. Screen captures. So we've got the light version. Oh, I think most of this is going to be out of stock actually. Oh, I thought, and the micro version. I don't know the exact differences between this one. So if you're doing long range, here we go. If you're doing long range, you could get the full size transmitter. However, if you're just doing drone, like everyday drone stuff, it depends on your pricing. But really, I think the micro, which is this one here, would be absolutely fine. However, if you want to go a little bit further, maybe have a look at getting this version right here. So I don't know. It's really doesn't matter unless you want to go extreme long range. And then, of course, the more you pay, the better range that you're going to get. All right, we have a super chat coming in from Alex Evans. And first things first, mate, that's a $5 super chat. So, little Pooch here gets a little snack. So, thank you very much from me and also Charlie. His ears have pricked up. And yeah, buddy. Oh, nom 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 nom. So thank you very much for that little donation right there. Very much appreciated. Should I race my whoop in acro mode if I don't want to develop bad angle mode habits? Man, I feel like these making my ear itchy. Here's something that people might not know about my flying style. When I'm flying around indoors, I actually always have it set on angle mode. And I just find without it, it gets way too fast, way too crazy. If I have a big space, sure, I'll open it up, I'll flick it into acro mode. But if I'm just flying around indoors, I find it flies so much better for me. And I can actually be so much faster if I fly around on self-stabilization mode. So if you're flying around in acro, don't worry, you're not going to develop bad angle mode habits as long as you still have that option to go outside and practice as well, Alex. Or you can jump on the sim and you still can fly acro a little bit. If it's all you did, yes, it might. But for my indoor flights anyway, and I don't feel like it affects me in a negative way, I don't mind flying a bit of self-stabilization when I'm indoors. If you're outdoors, should be acro all the time. At UAV Futures, can you make a wish build video? So what do you mean, Joanne? I need a little bit more information right there. We got Ramathorn937. He's saying, "What's up, gents?" So Norris, thank you very much for tuning into the stream. We've got 122 people watching. I'm going to push that like button myself. There we go. It's on 67. If you're enjoying the stream, give me a thumbs up. If you think it's dumb, thumbs down, all that sort of stuff. Let me know what's happening with your life, what you're doing in this stage of lockdown. The Crossfire modules do seem hard to find now. Yes, that is correct. So everything when it comes to postage and shipping and a lot of things are going to be in stock and out of stock, depending on what you want to get. But the big things like radios and modules, not going to be there. Antennas and little receivers, probably in stock. Clive is saying, can you make cheap FPV goggles with a ground station? Pretty much an Android VR box. So it looks like you're going to be using RCA to a USB, USB to Android, Android to VR box. Yeah, maybe, but you're probably going to be getting an awful lot of latency when you look at all those things. So I would say just better off just making a cheap 5.8. I think even on my channel we have one where you can get like the cheapest ever goggles that you can make at home. DIY. Here we go. So we made some $20 box goggles, which were actually not too terrible, using some cardboard, and yeah, we made those bad boys. So if you want to have a look at that video, I wonder if I can just copy link. Copy link. It's probably some crazy big link, but I'll post it in here anyway. Oh no, it's all right. So if you want to go check that out, that should be in the chat. Jumping back up here, what 3-inch quad would you recommend for a beginner? And I'm going to say I actually like the XJB. So I feel like the XJB is a fun little quad where if you go to uavfutures.com, I think we have even a write-up on the XJB somewhere on there. So here you go. This might be the new XJB screen cap. So right here, here it is. The XJB is arguably the best buy-and-fly 3-inch quad money can buy. It was starting to show its age, but they recently did a new updated version where they changed the internal stack and everything. But I really like this little drone. Cal, it's like his main drone of choice. Once he got this, he kind of just gave 5 inches up and just flew this almost exclusively. He had a couple of them that did rip around. So yeah, I think the XJB is a pretty cool little drone. And scrolling down. Okay. So Maple FPV. So it appears I got a shout out here by saying hi. Thanks for checking out that vid. It gets better if you kept watching, but yeah, I help out quite a bit on Discord. So thank you so much for being in there, Maple. Here's some tips for anybody making an FPV video. Don't put your best stuff towards the end. Always try to have something at the start within the first 10 seconds that is your best work, because a lot of the times your audience isn't going to watch that entire video to see the really good content that you might be making. So you might have done what I've just did. You watch it a little bit like, okay, all right, now go on to the next video. Put your best stuff at the start. That's a little YouTube tip. Russell is saying, thanks again for all the help. I will get Crossfire Lite if it's ever back in stock. Yep, that's what I recommend, Russell. Definitely, especially over getting something like the R9. And Malice is saying he made those goggles. It was good for his kids. The new Twig 7. I don't understand. Some people talking about Bardwell. I'm not too sure what that is about. Nightbot saying join the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, you can go check that link as well. And we've got Athix is just want to say hi from South Carolina. Let me know what the timing is there. And David Shaw, what's your opinion on the Tyro 109? Is that the bigger one that's a 7-inch? Let's have a look. Nope, it is not. So this here, I don't know what the difference is between this and the Tyro 99. I really don't like these dumb frames that they're using. I'd wish they'd change that out a little bit. Comes unassembled. Okay, the FPV transmitter installed in. Okay, so they've put it internally. So all they've seemed to do is cram the. I wish I could show you a little picture here. It looks like this top board. it's kind of hidden, I would hedge a bet that that is the VTX on the top just here. So this little, you can see the silver part under there. Looks like an MMCX connector and at a right angle that goes into the back. So yeah, overall, look, it's probably better now that the VTX is inside, but I don't know. I think for this price, when you can get a Nazgul or something for a bit cheaper, you're going to have a much better time. All right. Not a bit cheaper, sorry. You can get a Nazgul. This is a little bit cheaper, but when you can get a Nazgul for a little bit more money, it's going to be better. I completely just had like a brain melt there. I don't know what was happening. All right. Sam got an Ampari out of the loot. I have no idea what some of this chat is about. People still talking about Bardwell. He's got some pretty cool videos. And let's see, Happy Crush. Do you know where I can be getting a 5.5mm socket or spanner of some description locally in Oz? Nope, I do not. Maybe you could check out Bunnings. I think that's where I got some of my first stuff, but most of my tools for FPV I have ordered online. And they're probably shipped from China or shipping from the US to Australia can be very, very expensive. Joe Mama, UA Futures, it is fine. I don't. He's asking about the giveaway form. No worries, brother. Let's have a look here. Hi, Stu. What do you think about lubricate motors? Do or don't? So this runs from Emily Halovava. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I am sorry. I don't really do it. Or I've never actually done it on any of the motors I've been flying, and I've never really had too many issues. Maybe if you bought some really, really expensive motors and spare bells, and then you had to lubricate them and all that, look, and you're doing a lot of crashing, that might be okay. But most of the time, these brushless motors just go for it. A lot of people, just as long as you can get the dirt out of there, they should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But BYOB, bring your own barbecue FPV. Hello from the States. Looking forward to your review of the TX16 or 16S. Yeah, don't worry, that will be out once I get my radio. I want to also thoroughly look at it, though. I don't just want to be like, here's an unboxing video. Here's this. I'm not really interested in some of those. All right, the real estate guy, Russell, said, at UAV Futures, I ordered the Armaton tadpole to rip around my yard, going stir crazy in New York, USA lockdown. What's the best props to buy it? I'm bound to go through them. So let's have a look at right here. I've even got an Armaton t-shirt on today. Did you say tadpole? Yeah. All right. And I would just wonder if you could order some. Let's have a look at the custom built models. Here we go. The tadpole. And what does it say about their props? There we go. Just I would you guys can't even see. Sorry. Poor stream etiquette right there. So we've got their props right here. We click on those. This is I would probably get, if you've got one of their special models, I would get, if you want to know what props to get, some of these, because these are the props that come with it. They've obviously tuned it towards it, all that sort of stuff. So there you go. That's the props I would recommend to get. And Lyden is asking, what do you think is the best VTX and antenna combo out there for pretty much everything? I'm planning on using a Rush Tank Mini Ultimate with a TBS Triumph Pro antenna. And here is something that there is no best antenna, and also the relatively cheaper ones. You've got an amazing combo right there. It's going to go really, really, really well. But don't feel bad if you're one of those viewers out there. You might just have some cheap. Don't feel like you're going to be getting a heap more to even, I would say, within 10% extra range or anything like that. So sometimes cheap VTXs with a average antenna. The antenna is more important, I feel like, than the VTX. But yeah, it's still going to be fine. Yours is fantastic, but as far as the best out there, it's kind of like saying, what is the best tire to get for your car? Look, yeah, there's going to be some absolutely amazing ones, but there's also just going to be a whole range of like relatively average ones that are significantly cheaper that still do a totally adequate job for most people's daily driving. Sure, you might be a pro F1 racer when you have to get the right tires to do this right event and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But for most pilots out there and most drivers, we are not F1 professional racers. We are not pro racers. We're just people who like flying around. You're going to be totally fine with whatever VTX antenna combo you're rocking anyway. All right. We have Fufu in the chat. He seems to be spamming a few little things. Everybody's saying HQ props. The Tyro 79 versus the Eachine Twig. Ooh, this one could be interesting. Eachine Twig. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this one. I think I have these. I just haven't got a. Did I ever do a video on this? So that's this drone, and I press this button. Versus, I would say this is probably a little bit better. I think I prefer this and the way it all comes together. The Tyro 79, which is part of the giveaway. Yeah, I think this one would probably go a little bit better, if you ask me. Okay. License to drive is still here. Banggood has the Tyros available. Yeah, that's the only place I think that you can get them. What's a good flight controller for under $35 for us? What separates a good one from a bad one? This one is from Camera Addict. And I'm going to say, if you just Google Omnibus F4, really, I think that most of the time, flight controllers generally do the same stuff. So, for example, this bad boy right here is probably going to be more than enough for most people's situation. So, there you go. I would say check that bad boy out. And what separates a good one from a bad one? Probably quality control. Not so much performance, but it is going to be quality control. So on a really high-end flight controller, they probably have better quality control checks, which is what makes it more expensive. There's more staff, more timing that needs to be put in to making sure they're going to pass their, whatever their QC check is. These cheaper ones, they probably get smashed out, and it doesn't mean they're going to perform any worse when they actually have a working one, but there might be a defective one, one in every 200 boards that they make instead of one in every 500 if you get a more expensive one. So that's probably what separates a good one from a bad one anyway. All right. Simon Norton is saying Eachine Twig would be a great giveaway. Okay. We have plus Roscoe Sticks is talking about TBS Smart Audio, which is great. And Benjamin, have I seen the new as a huge name toothpick all-in-one flight controller? It seems too good to be true, especially at the price and for 30 amps. So let's have a Google together. Let's see what we can find. All right, the ultimate toothpick board. Let's have a look here. It does seem relatively cheap, actually. If that's coming in at 50 Australian dollars, which is probably what, 35 USD. Let's see what we can find out. I was close. It's close, boys and girls. 36. So here we go. Well, it looks cool. What do we got here? F4 20 amp. What did you say yours was? Oh, there must be a different version because this one is 20 amps. I feel like 20 amps is probably fine though. This one is only BioHeli S. It looks okay. I don't know. Give it a go. Let me know let me know what you guys think about it as well. And let's see. DNAM is Harry at UA Futures. Is your TX16 also 2 weeks delayed? I don't know. I just have the emails from the Radio Master guys, wherever it is, from saying, yep, we're shipping you out this one, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not too sure when it comes to, I'm not checking the tracking. Once it turns up, I can't really change anything. I can't do any work till it turns up anyway. So it doesn't matter whether that product turns up. I just work on the things that come through the door. However, at the moment, I can't even get outside to get flying. So I'm not too concerned with the shipping. All right. Look it up. There's a 30 by 30, 30 amp as well. So apparently there's also a 30 amp version of that one we were just looking at. Cool. Alrighty. David Shaw, what is a UART and what's the difference between inverted and non-inverted? So David, this is where, so a UART is pretty much, think of it as a little channel, a little telephone line where something can talk to your flight controller. So if your flight controller has two open UARTs for you to use, you can connect two different telephone lines. One, it can go and talk to the receiver. The other one can go and talk to the VTX. So if you have a UART, that's usually where 99% of the time we're going to be hooking up our receiver. So you put your receiver in there, and also when it comes to inverted or non-inverted, S-Bus, that uses inverted, so it flips around the signal. It's just the way that that protocol works. It flips the signal upside down, it's inverted. That's how it uses it to talk to it, and think of it like a mirror. So, and no, I'm going to confuse you here, but S-Bus is going to be using inverted, and non-inverted, that is something like iBus uses. So if you're using S-Bus, most of the time you're going to be absolutely fine, because that's what the hobby is kind of standardized around as well. All right. Robin H is saying, at UA Futures, sorry, I have to ask this. Can I still win something from the giveaway when I'm not watching? I would like to watch, but it's currently 3 a.m. here in Germany, and I really need some sleep. So, Robin, look, you could win as long as you email me within that 30-minute timeline when we draw that prize out, because otherwise, well, that's just part of the rules, and the prizes that are there just jackpot to the next day. So you do need to be watching to win, or at least you need to email me. So I don't know. Roscoe Sticks, I've never pressed a button on my VTX thanks to smart audio. I couldn't live without it. People don't know how good smart audio is, because back in the day, we would spend forever sitting in the field, pushing buttons, flicking those dip switches, just driving people nuts. I think that's the right channel. Smart audio is an absolute godsend. If you're going to be flying with friends, make sure you have smart audio set up, so when you can easily go in, change the VTX channel you can actually see exactly what you've set it to. It is one of the biggest advancements I think our hobby's ever had. As far as before it would be a nightmare going out to the field, trying to fly with Trevor and Cal when we're all pushing the dip switches. Yeah, I think that's the channel. Checking your goggles, it would just be a huge pain in the butt. Let's say Maple. Oh, by the way, I recently upgraded from the EV800Ds to use Fat Shark's Dom V3s with a LaForge and batteries, all for $190 US. Any experience with it yourself? I'm personally excited. So, well, I am one of the few people that really am not a fan of the EV800Ds. I feel like they were overhyped, and EV800D, nobody spoke about the eye strain or I guess some of the problems that I seem to have with them. They're not even coming up. Maybe I'm going to have to Google eSheen. And then they made the DMs, which are like the second version. I wasn't a fan of those either. So we're looking at these goggles right here. And I felt like for the price, you could get some significantly better goggles. And the people who said you should use them, they're not going to be having them on their head all the time. They're going to be going back straight to their Fat Shark goggles straight after this. So I was kind of a bit frustrated at that. But jumping over, if you're going to be flying some secondhand Fat Sharks and you've got an upgraded module and you've got it for 190 bucks, it's definitely, you're going to have an awesome time. It'll be a night and day difference. It is going to take a little bit to get used to, though, because people who go from, so it's the familiarity part. I think that's the right word. Hopefully I've said that. But things that you are familiar with, you're going to miss those when you switch goggles. So it's going to take a little while to get used to the smaller screens, all that sort of stuff, versus when you're used to flying this thing around. I would say that is one part where, in my profession or my career in this drone space, where I have tried so many different goggles, and if you look at my reviews, there has not been a single goggle that I have stuck with. I've flown Omways, I've flown Fat Sharks, I've flown Sky Zones, like all those different. I've been flying DJI. All those goggles get a huge amount of runtime on my face. It's not just I try them out once for a review, then we move on. I put my old goggles back and go flying. I'm constantly changing those because I want to give you the best information. So I feel like objectively, I'm in a very, very strong position to say these are good goggles and these are bad goggles, as well as handing over to my friends and letting them, test them out, showing you their opinions. And yeah, but I think overall for 190 bucks, you've done a good buy there for it's a decent value buy. It's not an absolute steal. The LaForge module V3, it doesn't really excite me that much. I feel like a lot of those modules are just like they're just still going to give you a normal flight experience. I don't know if you're going to get any extra performance out of that, but jumping in and using some Dom V3s, it is a bit of an old goggle, but it's still going to be a huge upgrade over these eSheen 800 EV800Ds. Man, what a rant. Oh, cool! I can't believe we've got 134 people watching. Let me know what the time is, where you are as well. It's weird sitting in here doing my morning stream. What is the giveaway? So John Hinson wants to know the giveaway is, man, we've got a lot of questions in here as well. So thank you so much for everybody who's done that. At the moment, let me get my jumper out of the way here and a blanket because it's absolutely freezing. We have one of these bad boys. So it is the Eachine Tyro 89. We have what do you call this bad boy? A Tarsair Cinecan reviewing kind of thing, a filming kind of thing in 4K. We've got some props and we've got a SIM key. And today I'm just going to throw in, because I've got some ESCs, but I'm just going to throw in one of those per day. So I have a ton of these sitting around. I probably ended up with like 30 of these when I first did my first builds. But I've got a 25 amp ESC I'm going to throw in there as well. So if you win one, well, maybe that'll be good for a wing or something like that. But I'll be throwing some more in later in the week. And the way it works is there is a giveaway form up above. All you got to do, put an email and a name. Throw that in there so I know who to contact if you're chosen out as the winner. You got to be watching. I draw the name live on stream so you guys can check with me. Okay, this person won, and then that person has 30 minutes to send me an email. If that person doesn't send me the email, well, guess what? Everybody gets a chance the next stream to win that prize plus whatever else is going to be the new prizes. I guess Jack. So it just keeps jackpotting until somebody either wins every day or somebody is going to get an absolute truckload of drone parts turning up to their house. Okay, let's have a look here. I'm looking, this one's from Lazy FPV, and I'm looking at upgrade. Man, it is freezing, getting pretty cold in here. I'm looking at upgrading from the VR600Ds. What low to mid-price New Zealand, $300 to $400, would you recommend? All right, I think those are some really cheap goggles. Let's have a look together. And if I go to, they can't find those goggles. Let's have a look here. VR600 goggles. And it is just a lady's face. This is what we have at the moment. So we have some protective safety goggles. Bear with me. I'm going to have a bit of a Google. FPV. Okay. Don't know why these weren't showing up on Bangers the first time when we had a look at it. So I can't even. Okay. Maybe are these? Here we go. Here we go. We found it for you, ladies and gents. These goggles here are super cheap, coming in at 38 bucks US. However, they're going to offer you the absolute minimum experience to get in and do FPV. What you probably should be looking at if you have a look here, and I can post this website, is for the price, these Sky Zone goggles. So I'm going to put this here. Can I just copy this link? And put that here. I honestly feel like the Sky Zones are the best goggles that you can get. So there you go. That should be in the chat right now for you guys as well to read it. And I like the range and I like the reception. There is also, I did this video. Where we scientifically broke down every single video, every single goggle, and we scored each one with the total running score in terms of usability, light leakage, customer support, accessibility, battery options, things you've got to pay for, price value, all that sort of stuff. We broke it down. Go watch this video, and yeah, it's between Onways, Sky Zones, and Fat Shark. So go. I'll put this in the link too. This is probably one of the videos that I am most proud of. It had the most information in there. Didn't get that many views, but hopefully it helped. Actually, it did, like 50K. Okay, that's a fair bit. So I'm glad it would have helped a lot of people in there as well. Alrighty, let's jump back to Face and Doggo Cam. And I did hear some little thing before. Here we go. Rotoman. So he has given us not even with a question. Come on, brother, what's going on? If you have any questions, put them down below. So huge shout out to Rotoman for that donation. And of course, it's over the $5 threshold. So from myself, and also from Charlie, thank you. Here you go, Pooch. You can tell he's excited. I'm going to give him 2. Actually, he's been a good boy sitting back there. Hey. So he's just sitting in here, and it's nice too because it's really cold outside. So Pooch is just chilling. So thank you very much, Rotorman. If you have some questions, please feel free to fire them down below because that's what I'm here for, to answer your questions. So thank you for supporting this hobby and supporting me sharing this message of getting people out there and get flying. It changed my life, and that's what I want other people to experience as well. I want them to wake up in the morning, think about drones, get out there, go flying, find some parks, and just, I don't know what other people's brains are like, but I cannot stop thinking about FPV and just how much fun it is and doing the builds. And I don't know, it's just, I guess I just want to say thank you, and thank you for helping me share this message with others as well, so helping change their life. Okay, let's keep going, and I'm getting distracted there talking about too much FPV passion. Feeding Charlie some doggo snacks. We've got Evan's intervention. The giveaway will probably be drawn in like half an hour's time or something like that. Cuban Drones 305 is saying, "Hey Stu," and I can't believe we have 150 people watching. It's kind of ridiculous sometimes when I think I'm just sitting here rambling to myself, like talking with some of my friends. Layden is saying, "Who's the guy who asked the question from New Zealand?" I'm not too sure. If you want to and you want to meet up with some people and get flying, this might be your chance. So if we jump over and have a look at Discord, and I can post a link right here. So invite people, copy this link I'm going to post right here. If you join this Discord and then jump into New Pilots Hangout, which I can show you. So in this bit, New Pilot's just here. If you want to find someone who's new and you might be thinking, hey, where's that guy from New Zealand? Do a little post here where you are. Maybe say, hey, I'm flying in this location, all that sort of stuff. And you might be able to meet up with some local people in your area. Because as far as I'm concerned, meeting people just like it more than doubles the amount of fun you can have in this hobby. If you are flying around by yourself, do yourself a favor, go and meet some other people flying FPV, because it it's just, it takes it to that next level. Those relationships you build with those people, every single person I've met in this hobby is always so excited to just get flying, help other people get in the air, and it is some of the best things you can do with a mate. I don't know. It's really special. So if you're a new pilot, go jump in there. If you want to meet up with some people, say, hey, look, I'm flying around in this area, all that sort of stuff, go check those out. And that's what, use those Discords, use my channel, use these chats as an opportunity to meet those other pilots, because that's what I want people doing, having the best FPV experiences possible. And when you can get together with some mates, that is absolutely where it's at. Crazy Russian Pilot, what is your email, or do we contact you through your website for the giveaway? Right, so my email, and I need to make this clear because last time some people emailed me saying, here's my entry. That's not how it works. You need to put your email in the giveaway form or whatever, and my email is uavfutures@gmail. So if you are chosen for the winner of the giveaway, then you can email me and say, radio, here you are, here, I won the giveaway, I was watching, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. But if you've got a normal everyday question about FPV, feel free to email me at uavfutures@gmail.com. I can even type it in the chat. Oh, I almost misspelled it. That would have been bad. So that's my email. However, you don't need to email me saying your entry won't be valid if you just email me that and say, here's my entry. I'm not going to go put it in the form for you. That is your job. So there is a form up there somewhere you can enter in the description that's like, it just asks for your name and email. Put that in there. Then we draw it. If your name's in there once, if you entered it in the last live stream or the week ago, it's still going to remain in there. You're still in the draw. You don't need to enter it every single time when we're watching in the stream. And then license to drive is answering some people about the Emax Hawk 5 is nice to fly. I bought another one this week. I'm using the stock tune and Betaflight that came with it because it doesn't need tuning except for rates. And I want to give a shout out to License to Drive too. He's tuning into the stream. Crazy Russian Pilot's been here a few times as well. So if you're one of those regular viewers, thank you so much. It's just appreciated, and it's nice to see you back here stream after stream, engaging with not only myself but also the community we're kind of building here on these special fun little live streams. All right, let's see. Smart audio should be renamed. It's so confusing to somebody getting into the hobby. You know what? You're probably right there. It should be called something like I don't know, smart. Doesn't it's not even though it runs across audio. I know what you're trying to say here. It should be called something like signal control, or even then it could get. What names would you guys call it anyway? So what would you change it to, Roscoe? And it is 6:50 now in Nepal, one of my favorite countries. It used to be anyway. I don't know what it's like nowadays. It's been a long time since I've been there. Um, Travis Simon, my first 5-inch builds are arriving today. FedEx vehicle for delivery. So, have you done much flying before, Travis? You should jump in, try the sim, and just have some fun as well because you want to definitely, before you go out and fly your 5-inch around, make sure you've had some sim time so you don't crash your beautiful, well soldered together drone on its first ever flight that it's not going to be beyond repair. You want to have a little bit of control anyway so you can still get out there and get flying. Last thing you want to do is, oh, I've smashed it in 2 seconds, and that's it. It was kind of scary back in the day learning to fly a drone without any simulator. I can't tell you how much that freaked me out. Just picking this thing up, flying it in acro mode around the park, and being like, wow, these have a lot of power. All right. Rob Price is saying, I took my Hawk 5 out for the first time. Wow, blew my mind. Awesome. Yep, it is absolutely ridiculous. Jack Humphrey, what is the email address? Don't email me, Jack, unless you are chosen as the winner, or if you have a question. I did post it in here. It should be somewhere in the chat as uavfutures@gmail.com. I'll also put that in the description after this video as well. But that is not how you go in the entry for the giveaway. Dalsberg 15 at UAV Futures. I just upgraded from the VR 007s to the Sky Zones after watching your review. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're going to be enjoying them. License the driver's saying he doesn't like the VR 006s, so they're those very, very cheap little beginner goggles. And we got some Joseph S. is talking about smart audio and what it should be named. It was invented by TBS in 2015, and it has been a huge help to this hobby. But I agree, the name of it, Smart Audio, it's kind of annoying because that's just how it talks by using the audio channel and saying, yeah, that's a smart way of doing things, but it doesn't really explain what that is to somebody coming into the hobby. I do agree. Okay. Simon Naughty, does the giveaway form carry over from day to day? When I visited today, it said I can only use the form once. Don't worry, brother. You've already entered the giveaway. It is fine. Your name is in there. You don't need to enter every single time. I'll have to put a few more of these clarifying questions in the description as well. But right now, I am going to answer Robin H. And hey, I have the eSheen VTX, and I don't know if it uses smart audio. If which version or tramp I see, I hope somebody that can help. But let's have a look here. We're going to Google this and have a look. Okay, and I'm going to say it probably does. Let's have a look. Screen capture. If I can read those pads, is there one for signal? Let's see. Battery ground, 5-volt video. Okay, this little pad RX, this one here, that's going to be your smart audio. Does it use TBS or Tramp? The good thing is, when you wire it up, try it. If it doesn't work on one, put it on the other, and it's going to work. That's what a lot of times I will do. If it doesn't work, like, oh, I've clicked the wrong button. In my beta flight, you can just go in and flick it on and change it from TBS to immersion, RC or Tramp. And don't worry, it's not going to blow your drone up or anything like that. The only thing it's not going to do is just not going to work. So, yeah. Good luck. And there we go. Get a bit of doggo cam up as well. My dinosaurs is saying that was such a great video. I'm not sure what he was talking about. Hopefully he's talking about my $300 Goggle video. Andre Fellon, I'm ditching the EV 800, 800s, I think is what he's going to say, getting the Skyzone O2C soon. Going to order some RHO Doppler lenses as well. So, yep, that is good. That's something I don't like about the new Fat Sharks as well. You can't change those Dopplers or whatever there are. What are those things called? You can slide in there. And we have some people. Not Kevin. Okay, so not Kevin is asking at UAV Futures. I'm new to the hobby. Is it a good time to invest in a casual quadcopter? So what do you mean by casual, Kevin? This channel is all about FPV racing drones or FPV freestyle drones. And really, is it a good time? Yes. I don't know about laws and regulations, what that means. I also don't know what size would you like to get into. And casual, let's just say, is probably going to cost you between $300 to $500 for a full setup for your goggles, your drone, a couple little batteries, all that sort of stuff as well. So that's what I would say. Yeah, the technology has never been better and it's never been cheaper as well. David Shaw is asking, what do you connect the signal wire on a DSMX receiver to? I would guess you connect that to your UART, I'm pretty sure, on those. I haven't not used many of those Spectrum receivers whatsoever. However, I'm pretty sure it's just like all the other receivers. You've got your positive, your ground, and then you just connect your signal wire up, hook it up to a UART. And Malice Vex is posting the giveaway form, so thank you there very much, Malice, for posting that. And let's see. Rotorman Dan, every 4-in-1, something the bed. So he's used a little bit of profanity there. So he mustn't be having very fun with his ESCs. I actually do like 4-in-1 ESCs. I'm fine with building them. I don't think they explode any more than the normal ESCs. So I don't have very many ESC burnouts whatsoever. However, let me know, Rotorman Dan, what happened just there. Oh, he's tried 5 of them. Okay. So something's not going there. Hype, Flight FPV. He enjoys my dog's butt. So I'm glad you did that. Just remind me when if we ever meet up to go for a fly, I'll leave Charlie at home though. So on that day, he won't be coming. And what is the best? This one's from Benjamin Lackio. What is the best sized nano HD split type camera to build for toothpicks? So it is the one in here, if we have a look at, I really liked this one. Skip 3 from Gep RC. And we'll see if we can have a look. I'll put a link on the screen in a second. Oh, my video's even on here. So, where is the camera? This one. I actually really did enjoy this camera right here, the Cadex Baby Turtle V2. So for me, most of the time I feel like the colors are really, really flat when you are flying around, and you can see if we jump in, there's a few reviews here, but let's see.
If you don't have a tooth,
blah, 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 blah. This guy's just waving his arms around, talking too much. Check out the colors you can get from this one. I felt like it was pretty decent, actually. So, yeah, this is what's inside a little Skip 3. Which is this little drone you can see underneath. So I quite like this one. And I think we've got some FPV feed from Jono here as well, a little bit, in this top right-hand corner. So you can see the colors definitely don't look too terrible whatsoever. So most of the time I feel like they look drab and not too good. But yeah, that was one that I did quite enjoy. So thank you very much for your question. Let's keep going on, answering some things, and then we're going to do a giveaway in a little bit. This person who I have no idea how to pronounce, it's BK. So thank you very much, BK, because I have seen you in here before, but those letters don't exist in my language, so I have no idea phonetically what they say. I'm new to the hobby. You talk about so many technologies like D-Shot, filtering, and smart audio. It's not very easy to jump in. Is there any learning path like programmers do for C++? No, there's not actually, but let me know. Would you like a cheat sheet? I can make up something for you if you would appreciate it. That would be, this is what D-Shot is. This is what ESC stands for. This is flight controller, all that sort of stuff. So you can have an actual list. That gives me a good idea for a video. Maybe I should do that for you guys as well. So I don't know. Let me know, BK, and I will do my best We've got some people asking about some F7 flight controllers, and that's from Ruan. I guess it's going to be okay. Flight controllers don't really excite me, whether it be a plain ESC, whether it be a flight controller. I feel like they generally just do the same stuff. It's just going to be running Betaflight, or it's just going to be running D-Shot. It's just BioHeli 32. Okay, that's great, but the actual drone itself as a whole, I feel is far more exciting than just those little processor upgrades or anything like that. What is this one's from Musa Ahmed at UAV Futures. What is the best starter setup considered for Whoops? So if you want an absolute budget one, it would be the Tiny Hawk, or you want to spend a little bit more on getting the radio. We also have a getting started for $300 video somewhere on my channel. You can go Google that. But I think the Tiny Hawk is a fantastic little beginner set because I've also got it ready to fly as well. And Apple Tree, do you think it is a good idea to switch to the TBS Tango 2 as a daily driver? Yeah, absolutely. If you can get one in stock though, because from TBS I got a little email the other day. There's not a single one on the planet that is in stock, but hopefully that's going to be changing in the next 2 weeks or something like that. And Ludstat1, so thanks so much for tuning in again, brother. He's saying greetings, so greetings back to you, my friend. And cheat sheet, great idea. So that's from Jack Chapman. All right, I will have a look again. I don't know if I'll be working on that today, but I'll try and put something together. It'll be a cool little video. Carlos D, guys, question: how long till the stream ends? Because I'm in a college conference and I have him muted. Okay, so I'll type it in here. Stream will end in, let's see, 15 to 20 mins time. All right, there you go. Trey F would also like a acronyms sheet. That would be awesome. And let's see. So many people saying they'd appreciate a cheat sheet. D Tendalots is saying, at UAV Futures, is there a reason for a 2020 stack over a 30 by 30 on a 5-inch? Absolutely not, unless you are going for that aerodynamic benefit of having a smaller canopy with a smaller stack in the middle with, I guess, less drag as it's pushing through the air. Most 5 inches, I would say 30 by 30 is better. There is a large surface area to dissipate more heat, especially if you've got a 4-in-1 ESC, so that's where I would be, and it makes it also easy to solder to. So 20 by 20s, I feel like are more prone to catching on fire because they have that heat concentrated in a smaller surface area. And Philip Franco, have you received the eSheen UZ65 to test? Nope, it is in shipping. Who knows when it's going to be turning up. Thank you for tagging me as well with @UAV Futures. It makes it easy to answer your questions. For anybody interested, this is the UZ65. And I know some people who are very excited for this. If this ever loads through, here we go. Like a little brushless whoop thing. I think it's going to be taken on what the Mob 6 used to be. And let's go screen cap. This drone right here. So yeah, I am pretty excited about this one, I must say. It's very, very light, 21 grams. We'll just have to see how it goes. Man, we're getting a few things in the chat. Let's see. Jake Massey is saying 151 watching and only 99 likes. Can we raise that number? We're up to 104 now, brother. So hopefully it worked. I did my part. I like the video, and we've only had one dislike. What's going on, fellas? Come on. We should. The internet is not meant to be so positive. Usually it's a lot more negative than that. So I don't know what's going on there. Rooster FPV, he's going to bed, so he must be in Europe. It's probably very early in the morning. Thank you very much, Rooster FPV, for tuning in. And yeah, hopefully you have some sweet FPV dreams. And Johnny's saying, cheat sheet. Nightbot is posting a donate to the stream here. If you want to help getting some of this audio equipment, you can see we are up to, even though maybe you can't see, it's about here. It's $94 at the moment. So I've been working on some little things like dog cam, painting the studio. I want to get some better sound in here, a little bit of soundproofing, all that sort of stuff as well. BP would really like a cheat sheet, and Malice is posting the giveaway form. Anybody know when the Tango 2 is actually going to be released? I'm not sure if that is a bit of a troll question. There's a lot of people out there flying with them. I know Ben's got one. I've got one. Matthew Simon at UAV Futures. I haven't filled out the form and it says I have. I don't know what the deal is there, brother. Have you entered it before? Maybe? Like last week. It's not today. It's if you've entered that form, the giveaway form up in the description, it is from any other stream. Your name, you don't have to enter it every single stream. Your name can just stay in there. Sam Clerk is saying he wants a cheat sheet as well. Okay. And BK is saying just you can call me BV. I'm going to forget that BK because your initials here are B and K. They're the only two letters I understand in your name. So I'm just going to have to call you BK. All right, Rotorman Dan is building a new Armaton as well. And let's start. What is the best mini whoop do you think for DJI oil unit, or is that not possible for indoor and out? You can't really have a little whoop style drone that is going to have a DJI air unit in there. There is one. There is an Eachine one, but it is this right here. And I really did want to fly this thing around inside. I was like, yep, this is what I'm going to be looking at. If I go to screen cap just here, you can see and think we're going to jump in. Lestat one donated $5 through super chat, so thank you very much, brother. And I will jump in and talk about that in a second. But this is the little indoor whoop. It's got way too much power, so don't expect to be flying this thing around indoors whatsoever. So for me, it was just got too much. I'm gonna have to take this thing out and rip it around. So I don't know. Well, let's have a look right here. Let's start. Oh, you didn't even give me another question, brother. You just give me a $5 to say thank you. So I want to say thank you from me helping to sponsor this channel and sharing this message of FPV, and also thank you from Charlie. So he's gonna get a bit of a little doggo treat. Here you go, Pooch. I've got to zoom this out a little bit. Hey, people just looking at your butt, silly dog. Hey. All right. So thank you very much. That's that one from me and also from Charlie. He's waiting for more. See, he's like, oh. Let's have a look. Dragon Jam at UAV Futures. I want to start flying FPV. Can you recommend a drone under $300? Do you want the whole drone or the whole setup? Because absolutely, if you go to uavfutures.com, we have a bit of a write up just here. On a whole bunch of different articles, best beginner budget drone builds, and we have some Goggle reviews. There's also, if you go to, oh, this thing keeps scrolling down. I didn't know it does that. It's handy then. Here we've got some stuff about the Nazgul. So, all right. So yeah, just scroll through this webpage, uavfutures.com. I'll even post it in there. It gives you some good things to check. Okay. And Iwa Gaming, it says, have I won the raffle on any day? I haven't been on the stream. You know what? There was, if you go back and watch the last stream, Iwa, I think there was someone called War Gaming who won in the in the stream, and I don't know if it was you. I can't remember the winner's name, but go back and watch that. But I have a feeling, Iwa Gaming, that yeah, I believe you might have won the raffle on the Sunday stream that I did. But yeah, you didn't email me, brother. So I am sorry about that. There's also another one for Steve, another guy called Steve emailed me, but he was late on his thing, but he was pretty cool about it. He was like, "Look, I realized I missed the deadline," and he just wanted to say thanks for doing the stream, thanks for making this content and sharing FPV. So, yep, make sure you guys are watching because we're going to draw it in, let's say, a minute's time as well. We'll give you a little couple of extra minutes to put your thing up, but yeah. I will go watch that stream. I have a feeling it might have been you who was drawn out. Okay, let's say Ben's answering some questions in the chat. Cob Loaf FPV. Hey mate, love your channel. Do you have a preferred Australia retailer to buy from? Oh, um, yes and no. I don't want to get too political here. I feel like sometimes some of the things some people do I don't really agree with. However, Phaser FPV has a large product thing. There is Buzz FPV, no, Buzz Hobbies, Next FPV as well. So if you check between those three, we'll give them a bit of a shout out. I believe there's also one in Melbourne, but I can't remember that one's name as well. so I'm not 100% too sure. Uh, let's have a look. Raven FPV. Pretty sure I war is just war. Okay, one war. Sure. All right. So he's giving me, yeah. So thanks very much for that super chat there, Raven, coming in. Yeah. Please check that I war or war gaming because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you won or not. Go back and find that other stream. Let me know how you actually get. I war gaming is just donated as well. So though him and Raven, no, they're having a super chat amongst themselves back and forth. So very much appreciated there. All right. Uh, Roscoe Sticks must be looking at the UAV Futures website because he can see the RunCam 5 oranges on there. What's the prize for today's raffle? We have here's how the giveaway works, right? So we're going to talk about how it works and then what the prizes are and then how the prize grows each week if someone doesn't claim it. So we have the way it works, there's a form up above. All you got to do is just put your name in so I know who I can say, look, this person won, and also your email address. So then what we do, we go through on stream, we pick with a random number generator, pick a number between this number and this number. If your entry comes out, you've got half an hour to email me at uavfutures@gmail.com and say, look, I was the winner. I was the person drawn on stream. Then we can, as long as it comes from the email, same email that was entered in the form, we can go back and we can work on some things of, okay, this person won that prize. The prizes are, however, if you don't claim it, well, then it just rolls around to the next week. So if the person doesn't claim their prize, the next raffle winner for the next stream, it goes in there as well. Plus, we throw a new prize on top. So the prize is going to keep jackpotting until eventually somebody wins a whole truckload, or if people are winning all the time, they're just going to be getting that day's prize. So today, where we are up to, the first thing we had was a SIM key. I should be writing this down, actually. I'm going to get a little board so we can see maybe something just here. Prizes. I could probably write on this like a chalkboard. I feel like I'm a genius. Okay, I'm going to get this. This could be, my daughter could draw in here too. Okay, here's the prizes. SIM key. Then we had a Cine Can, which has a 4K Tarsier little thing in here, if you want to do some recording. Then we had our live build, where we did like a soldering Sunday on stream, a soldering Saturday on stream, which is the Tyro 79. But I still have to get out and fly that one. So that one, you got to wait. If you do win, you got to wait till I fly that and actually film it. I threw some props in, and today I figured, because I can't give away a new drone every single day, we have an ESC. So I'm going to throw an ESC in here, and I'm going to keep adding one of these for the next couple of streams. So yeah, there is an ESC in here as well. It's a 25 amp ESC today. So I don't know. There we go. You should do a list of late callers. I don't know what you mean like that. What's the website again? So here we go, uavfutures.com. All right. Right right on it, Charlie, with a marker. Now we're going to use some chalk right here. When did I get into FPV? This is from Oscar FPV. I got into FPV about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. 20. What are we in, man? I'm getting old. So yeah, maybe 5.5 years ago, I would say, and it was almost not by accident, but it took a lot for me to jump in and spend the money that I did. I bought Fat Shark straight off the bat, and I bought a Tyrannus radio and a full-size kit drone. I didn't have very much money, and I was like, okay, what do I want to do for a hobby? This looks pretty special. And I jumped in, tried it out. Things were so much more expensive to set up back then and just get flying. And there was no information online, which is why I started making these videos to help people get flying. There was no community online. People had nowhere to chat about FPV, and I was like, this hobby is special. Other people need this. I was a teacher. I feel like I'm always going to be a teacher, but I was a teacher at primary school. I was teaching kids, and I wanted to teach people about drones as well. That's a passion of mine, is helping people just learn and become better individuals. And then this hobby was so special. I was like, okay, this is what other people need. I started making these videos, and here we are 5 years later doing this. All right. Let's have a look. Let's go through. Do you guys want to do, should we draw a giveaway? I don't know. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you want me to draw a giveaway, get somebody to win a bunch of drones, all that sort of stuff. And we'll find out actually what's happening here. We've got, let's see, if we can get 150 likes, we will draw the giveaway. Jack Chapman, favorite teacher equals Stu. Well, hopefully about FPV anyway. Um, you owe Charlie a couple of smackos. I think I've kept up with the smackos actually through the donations today. Usually we had to cut it down. So if you give it, he's looking at me right now. If you had a $5 donation or more, Charlie got a bit of a smacko treat. But that's why that limit's there, because some days I was getting a lot of low donations, and Charlie was like, "Yeah, this is fantastic." He's just jumping down. We're up to 133 likes. I can't believe we've got 164 people watching. Let me know what the time is as well, where you're up to. Let's have a look. Let's see. What's your thought about the Transtech frog frame from Copper Flights? And, well, it's just a fun little frame. I feel like it's very robust, actually. It can take a beating. And Simon Norton is saying, at your futures, we all know Grumpy Trev is a Catters man. How about you? Do you follow any stuff, NRL, NBA, NFL, or something else? When it comes to sport, I feel like, I don't know, I was always that sort of person who would prefer, instead of like watching soccer or watching footy, just to go and kick the ball myself, or instead of, I don't know, watching skating on TV or something, I just go and do it myself. So whether, I actually am into skateboarding a tiny bit, not so much doing tricks or anything like that anymore, because I'm getting a bit older. I don't want to hurt myself, but I don't mind going for a bit of a cruise on some electric skateboards as a bit of a hobby. And then we're up to 139 likes. So, and people tell me what the time is in here. 9:37 in Ohio. It's 1:30 in the afternoon in New Zealand. And Aaron Gramado saying, thanks to your dedication, Stu, and all the other YouTubers to give time to make vids and educate us noobs. So my pleasure, my friend. Absolutely my pleasure. My pleasure. What drone should I get that is nice but cheap with one of your drones you would recommend? The Nazgul i5. So that is on the UAV Futures website. I'll post that in here for you. And people saying my favorite sport is the Olympics. Yeah, the Olympics are pretty cool, actually. All right, here we go. We're up to 142. 8 more likes, my friends, and then we're going to do it. We're going to be entering the giveaway form as well. We'll be drawing that out. And people saying, come on, like the video, like the video. It's my bedtime. Hurry up from Jelly FPV. It's 3, almost coming up to 20 to 4 in the morning in Germany. So that's from Copter Flights. And can someone link the Discord, please? It says something went wrong. I will link the Discord. I'll be able to do that because, yes, I did. I put the wrong code in there. It looks like that code has expired just for the Discord link anyway. I will change that. I say that every day, actually. Okay, so there's the disc. Oh, we're at 152 likes. All right, so what that means, it is time to do a bit of a giveaway. It's 11:30 in Tassie, 11:30 where I am as well. All right, perfect. Thumbs up, 150 likes. Boom from Donny. Silly question. How do I like a live stream on YouTube? There's a little thumbs up button. You can like a little list. You can give it that, or you can hit me a thumbs down as well. So I can't believe we've only had one thumbs down. That has to be some sort of record. I have heard of some particular videos, FPV videos lately, getting a dislike to like ratio of like 1 like to 20 dislikes. So I don't know what you'd have to do to make a video like that, but it sounds like the sort of video I would like to watch. Okay, enough rambling, Stuart. Let's do it. Let's jump in and have a look at the giveaway form here. I have to make sure I'm not blasting everybody's email on the screen. Trying to be a little bit professional. Okay. We have, the form is just populating. Last edit was seconds ago, so people in here we have, okay. And I should say a bit of we say this every time, you cannot win the giveaway if you are part of the UAV Futures crew. Those people know who they are, or you are a mod on my channel. And it's become a bit of a joke too, because my mods have been saying they want to leave to enter and win the prizes. They're not going to be a mod anymore. Blah, 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 blah. All this sort of stuff. So anyway, okay, we need a random number generator between 1 and 435. We'll do this on stream as well. Random number generator between. And I always want to make sure that I get this right. 1 and 4:35, and we'll do this on stream so you guys can see. Alright. I want one unique number between 1, 435. I put this into a window, and I also have to make sure that we don't blast everybody's email on the screen. Okay, between 1 and 4:35. We're going to click get result together so you can see this happening live on stream. So fingers crossed, everybody. I'm going to give David's got his fingers. Oh, good. Someone gave David that. Let's go, bud. The hype, the hype. All right. I can't believe there's 175 people watching this. All right, let's do it. So if I go to screen capture, I'm going to choose a number here. Then I'm going to go back to my face. I'm going to scroll down the form and show you that entry on the form. The reason I put it back to my face is because we don't want to go through and scroll through every single body's email and name and that sort of stuff. I don't want to be blasting that out across the entire internet. All right, so here we go. Even I'm getting nervous. I'm getting excited for this. All right, let's see. And here we go. Get random number. Okay, entry number, it's saying 205 here. So we're going to go and find entry number 205. And we'll put this on the screen. And how can I minimize this window? I just had a heart attack that I had the wrong screen up and I was showing everybody's email. So here we go. Let's see. And if I do this, if I make another window, make this minimized as well. And I'm not even looking at chat so I don't get distracted. Okay. We're going to jump over in a minute and have a look. So entry a number. $205. And I'm going to feel bad if these other ones are going to be like, that was so close to being me. All right. So here we go. If I jump over and have a look, better put this in the middle of the screen so it doesn't get cut off. And here we go. So this person, 205. If I go to screen cap here, this person right here, Andre Fallon, you have half an hour to email me there, brother. So Andrew Fallon, it is 11:43 right now. Can you please send me through an email, my friend? And let's say it's 11:44 right now. So I'm going to give you till 12:15. I should have an email from you and the email address that is attached to this. And then we are going to be sending you out some stuff. You may have to pay for postage, though. I should throw that in there. If you don't want to pay for postage, feel free to, I guess, what do you call that? Say no, you don't want to win and forfeit the prize, and then we'll just roll it around for somebody else to win. I feel bad for these other people right here, in case they've been watching, like entries number 204, 203, 202, and 201. That's the reason I don't like to show too many names, because people are going to be like, oh man, that's right next to, that could have been my name, all that sort of stuff. So let me minimize some of these and get this window out, and I think we are good. Rock and roll. IWA Gaming. What no am I? Okay. So okay. I think War Gaming. Now I see it clearly now. It is two little like commas, like War Gaming instead of an I. I thought that was the actual letter. So War Gaming. Okay. MI for UAV Futures. So thank you very much. I'm just going to say Wargaming. Now I see what you and Raven were talking about. Okay. And it's pronounced Roland B. Stu should get like 3 numbers, and if the first one doesn't email it, go to the next one. That's from Epilogi. Or people should just watch the stream there. I think we're doing pretty well. People have gotten back to me, but of course it hasn't been within that time limit. And we did on our very first stream, we had somebody win But that person put in like 40 entries or something. So we had to, I ended up sending him out the prize, but I threw that SIM key in again. I got you another SIM key so we could, I guess, tally that over for you guys as well. So congratulations to the winner. How often are these? These streams are every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you're in the US. If you're in Australia, they are every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and they're going to be starting this time minus 2 hours ago. So the streams usually go for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. We just get together, have some fun, talk all things FPV. You guys are absolute legends as well, and it's really great getting to know some of you guys in here that I don't often get a chance to talk to. Sometimes, like there's people I talk to on Discord, there's people I talk to in emails, and it's cool to see a couple of people stopping in here all the time, a few regulars as well. So if you are new to the stream, or you just make sure you click that little notification bell or something, but just think every time, at this time, yeah, Stuart's going to be going live. You can enjoy, so every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, if you're on that side of the timeline. We're going to be getting together talking all things FPV. So Robin H is saying, congrats, I'm getting off now, having a nice stream, license to drive. I think I was 3 away from winning a few days ago. Wargaming is saying, yay. And what room in the Discord for the live stream chat? Okay, maybe that's something you guys might like as well. We'll see if we can have a look at doing something like that in the future. A lot of the time, if you just jump in and have a look at Discord, so you can see someone is in there practicing the sim right now. So this gentleman might not even know that we are all spectating him. I need to fix up this screen cap too because it looks like it's not showing completely on the screen on the left here. But Waldemar is flying around on the sim. And if you want to jump in there, you could probably have a chat with him. A lot of times we're in Trev's personal bleep line. Look, Trey's just jumped in to say hello as well. And or voice chat. If you need some help, jump in here as well. This is a great place. And you can post if you don't want to talk. You can look at text. You can share your videos, all this sort of stuff. So I don't know. So this is where you can just have a lot of fun and talk all things FPV. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who asked the question, to all the people who donated, to all my patrons as well. I couldn't do this without your support. So you keep this channel going and sharing this message of FPV, especially in these tough times when we can't even get outside and get flying. If you've thought about becoming a patron, you thought, you know what, my videos have helped me get flying for the $1 or $2 a month, it makes a huge difference when people pull together and crowdfund a channel like mine. So thank you if you're thinking about it, and thank you for those people who do support the channel. I couldn't do it without you. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to go have some brekkie, or I guess a early lunch. I don't know what exactly you'd call it because I kind of did just wake up. I had a coffee and yeah, now came in here, started the stream. All right, so there we go. So we have Lazy FPV. Thanks for answering the question, doing a live stream. It certainly breaks up the day. Last couple of comments we're going to read out here before, yeah, we're going to duck off. Yeah, that almost sounds inappropriate. Duck off. But I totally didn't mean it that way. Anyway, let's see. Stu, thanks for the vids. Can't join Discord. Discord. Maybe the link's broken. Did I post? I'll post you a link here. Let's see. Invite people. Copy. I'll post a link in the chat. Okay. And What Up FPV is saying, how do I enter? How? Well, you could go and read the description because that might help you as well. And let's see. This jumper T18 is coming out on the 4th of May. People saying hello, CP Outdoors. I'm sorry to inform you, my friend. We are just about to finish the stream. We've been streaming for coming up on 2 hours. And R-Line, yep, it's called Brunch. Mr. Dinosaurs is saying, I will become a patron as soon as I start my job and making money. I got laid off due to the virus. I am sorry to hear that you got laid off, my friend. That's no good. Thank you for considering my Patreon. So first things first, though, like you're doing, take care of your situations and all the best with, I guess, your employment in the future. And we got some more people asking about the giveaway. It is all the information is in the description, but we've already drawn it for today, so you guys are going to have to tune in for tomorrow, and we'll find out if that person does claim it or not. They still have 25 minutes to send me an email. Too easy. All right. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Subscribe for more FPV related content. Thanks for all those people who were new to the stream or just jumped in, had some fun, asked questions. All the people who support the channel. I love you all, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time, same place. So yeah, just get those questions ready, and we'll find out what's happening. Let's see if we can end this stream. I never know sometimes what is happening with this software. Sometimes I click end stream and it works. Sometimes I click start stream, it doesn't work, and then I've got to like restart some stupid software. So yeah, me and Charlie just chilling in the background there as well. So anyway, I'm out of here. Take care all, and I will see you same time, same place tomorrow.